Welcome to Learning Equinox. Today we shall be talking on strategic thinking. Strategic thinking we are going to be segregating into three parts video. The first part we shall talk about what is strategic thinking and bring in the relevance of strategic thinking in today's times to relook at our businesses. In the second part, we shall understand the concept of creative thinking and critical thinking process and how it can be used as a tool in the thinking process to bring out business growth. In the third part, we shall understand the various business tools that can be used for business analysis and planning. It is said that a strategic mind encourages you to determine the best use of resources and align them to achieve your goals. So, what is strategic thinking? The word strategy is derived from the Greek word stratus, which means army, and ago means leading or moving. Strategy is a term used generally in the military or the armed forces. This is because they design their movement and plan it. It is well structured with defining goals and responsibilities to officials. It has step-by-step plan to complete the agenda. Thus, it's called a strategy. In simple terms, if I say, it's all a journey of movement from where we presently are to where you want to be in the near future. The bridge between these two situations is built by the strategy we use to reach on to the other side. Now let us look at a few examples in the past where we have seen the application of strategic thinking. The first one is the company Apple. Let us look at the Apple strategy. It offers exceptional consumer experiences. It uses intuitive interfaces for users. It has a sleek product design. It is an iconic brand. It has built over a period of time, but it ensures that it follows all of this to give the wow experience to customers. If I talk about the second one, that is the Reliance Jio growth hacking strategy. This algorithm revolved around the 5 basic stages, that is acquisition, activation, retention, referral and revenue. So they believed in increasing the customer base, that is their focus was on acquisition of the customers, activating their SIMs and retaining it over a period of time by offering certain offers, discounts, so on and so forth. So the Reliance Jio growth strategy focused on enhancing customer base by offering very economical prices. Let's talk about the third one, that is Oyo Room's business strategy. Their business strategy evolved around making affordable hotels and rooms using technology, that is, you have the online app to book your hotel, bringing about standardization across all hotels. So, whenever you enter into any Oyo room, you get the red and white feel in terms of the things that are available in the room and the mattresses and so on and so forth. So, there is standardization across Oyo rooms. So, this is again a strategy that Oyo Rooms adopted to build their business. That we've understood what exactly is strategic thinking and how businesses can make use of it, let's deep dive into understanding the 5 P's of strategic thinking. This has been designed by Mintzberg. He talks about these 5 P's of strategic thinking. The first one is plan. In this first step in the strategic thinking process, we need to assess our current situation and we need to look at where we want to go. For example, if you want to travel from Mumbai to Delhi, what is the best possible route? What mode of transport will you take? What time of the day is convenient to travel? You will definitely look into all of this before planning your journey. This way you will plan your journey and make the first move to the process. Unless you are not clear of the destination, you will not be able to move further. So is the case with companies and organizations. Most organizations think of strategy to be only the bottom line. However, it contains a lot more. Have you thought of developing a niche or be amongst the masses? Have you thought of long-term growth and with a few products or focusing on product diversification? Is your process system-driven or manpower-driven? Have you thought into all of these before starting up your business? All of this will somewhere achieve the bottom line, but how you want to make this journey is what you need to strategize. So all of these contributors to the are the contributors to the planning stage, and this needs to be very, very carefully done. The second one is ploy. which means implementation of what we planned. Here, you are going to define the mode of the journey. In our earlier example, if we take of travel between Mumbai to Delhi, whether you're going by airplane or train or road transport, here we will assess the time taken by the journey, the comfort level of travelers, the price of the tickets to decide what mode of travel you will take. Same way, when we employ our strategy in our businesses, we need to look into our competitors and benchmark our journey looking into that. The third P he talks about is the pattern. Here, consistency is the key. In this example, if you take the example of Mumbai to Delhi, if you have been a regular travel by airlines, then you may be more comfortable by a first class in train or by flight or by first class in train, but you will not be comfortable traveling by road or maybe by any other class. So it's a pattern to suit your comfort zone. Here, we are talking of something you've been doing consistently, which has become a pattern or a habit. Same goes with businesses. What pattern should be followed? Should be consistent with time. Many a times you will observe the strategy emerges from past organizational patterns. Like so many times that this has been going on for so many years. This is where you are building a pattern of strategy. Fourth is the position. The fourth P, position. How do you strategize to position your brand? For example, if we talk about Lux Soap, they position their brand as a luxury product used by film stars. This they have been doing since so many years. Unilever is a company which owns over 400 brands, including Sunsilk, Dove, Ayush, and many more. Each one of this is positioned differently, but Lux they call it as the soap for film stars. This is called brand positioning. Here, how you strategize your product is what creates the brand position in the market. The fifth P he talks about is perspective. This refers to a vision and a direction. How do you want your company to look at by others? For example, if we talk about Apple, it is looked upon as an expensive and an innovative brand. The company focuses here on giving customer experience for a price. This is what they visualize themselves to be. It's a perspective on how you carry your brand. Be clear on this. So it is important to see not only where you are today, but where you want to be and how you want others to look at you on the other side. Accordingly, you will have to build the bridge of strategy. Now, let us look at the process of strategic thinking. Strategic thinking is a forward thinking and innovative process in which we consider what we are doing and why we are doing it. First in the process is defining the problem statement, that is, where are we? For example, let us look at the current pandemic situation. Where we are means we are at a juncture where we cannot operate with 100% manpower. Thus the problem statement can be how to commence production with 100% labor force. The next step in the process is to generate options. This calls for creative thinking. We shall discuss creative thinking process in detail in subsequent parts of the strategic thinking video series. But for now, let us look at options that can be given in this example. For example, option 1 can be do not do anything and wait for times to improve. Option 2 could be move more workers in-house with safety measures and commence production with whatever number is available. Option 3 is, since we cannot move them in-house, provide travel facilities to workers to come for work and commence production. Option number 4 can be to look at alternative technology to replace or reduce manual work. Against each of these options, you need to look at what will happen. How will it impact your business? Now the next step is to evaluate these options and make a decision on what strategy to be used to do the job. Here, you need to look into cost-benefit analysis and long-term versus short-term benefits and decide your strategy to move ahead. Now the last step is to make the decision. Here, you will actually strategically plan out basis the options selected, what needs to be done here. Let's say in the earlier stage we shortlisted option number 4 for looking for alternative technology to reduce manpower. Now at this stage of strategic planning, we shall look into how do we do that. How much capital will be needed? How do we go ahead and generate such funds? What will be the source of funds? What are the long term gains after implementation? Does it have any disadvantages in the future? What would be the life cycle of the machinery installed? Once all of this is clear, we can bring it to action. If not, go back again to stage number 2 of brainstorming for much better options. So you will see, by following strategic thinking process, everyone in the organization is involved. It's not an imposed thing like conventional thinking process. People all over are aware of what we are doing and why we are doing it. It brings in focus and direction for everyone, and it is not a no logic driven process. Now, towards the end, let us look at a few benefits of strategic thinking. Strategic thinking brings in clarity about goals. Everyone in the organization knows what is going on, and the decisions are made in a manner that the path is clear to all. While we conduct the process of shortlisting these options, this is the time where we can see opportunities. Here we are using brainstorming and parallel thinking techniques, which we shall understand in the next video, which will help us identify opportunities and also bring in new and different ideas to the table. Since strategic thinking involves people's views and opinions during the process, it makes team members aligned towards the common goal. Since collective teamwork together decides on the strategy, it definitely acts as a boost to performance of people. Strategic thinking keeps teams focused towards the goal since it is clear and the paths are predefined. Thus, there is no ambiguity in the process, thereby bringing in motivation and inspiration. Strategic thinking calls for a good amount of thinking. Critical thinking, brainstorming, etc. are all of the different things that you do for thinking. All of this helps to explore new thoughts, and these new thoughts come into with a lot of research and learning, unlearning, and again learning. Thus, strategic thinking helps people bring in learning by looking at competitors, by revisiting their own processes, by doing cost-benefit analysis. We shall look into a few business tools in our third video later. That's all for now. Keep watching for more upcoming topics. Thank you.